Islam came to preserve the identity, the wealth, the belongings, the mind, the soul of every single human being, to take them out of the realms of the darknesses and bring them to the light of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is a clear intent of the Sharia, to give you that good life. That life that these people are searching for, that they want to come and tell us that you have a barbaric religion, a barbaric interpretation of the Quran, that this form of barbaric belief will not benefit you in any way. But we are happy with this medieval book. We are happy with the medieval teachings that have been told for us to carry out and implement in our life. We don't have any quarrels or qualms about our law. We are happy to implement and live by it. You are the ones that seem to have a problem about our rules and regulations. We want to develop them amongst ourselves. We don't want to incorporate them upon you, but we just want to advise you individuals that that search for peace that you're looking for, that the so-called that people come and tell us or bring us down to our knees, that we want to develop within you the American dream. Firstly, there is no American dream. It's an American nightmare. There is no dream. That you believe there could be a dream that exists out there. And that's in the search for that hayat and tayyibah, that search for that peace, that good life that they are searching for. Their search for the good life begins to make them focus into all types of muharramat, all types of evil actions, all types of fawahish, till eventually they lose their senses, from moving from one law to another law, to what becomes illegal yesterday to what becomes legal today, from adults down to teenagers, from teenagers possibly down, may Allah forbid, down to children, because the likes and the desires and the temptations of the people is what concerns the average individual. That people once again will rise with that same mentality, with that same simplicity, and signs are already beginning to take place of simple individuals, of causing mass problems for the wider world, mass misunderstandings of how can we tolerate such people, what can we do to remove such people, or people have this simple way of life, what can we do in a so-called civilized world, how can we begin to better these individuals or give them the great way of life. So in that search for the great way of life, these individuals that they have, they're searching for that. Go and fix your own home is a famous Arab proverb. Fix your own home before you come to our life and tell us about our rules and regulations and reinterpret our rules and regulations. Every year approximately 50,000 people commit suicide inside America. 50,000 people. And I don't want to sound too gruesome tonight, but the average way is to take a double-barrel shotgun and blow your brains out. That is the most common form of taking your life. The great American dream. The great dream that you believe in. 1 in 3 American teenagers have contemplated suicide. Not looking at the face of Osama bin Laden or pictures of Taliban, maybe the pictures of Bush or somebody else. But 1 in 3 American teenagers have contemplated what? To commit suicide in their life. What's that got to do with me? What's that got to do with Islam? If this is supposed to be the great dream, the great life. Well, let's look at this country. Approximately 5,700 odd individuals committed suicide. In 1990 or so, they boasted these are the lowest figures since 1979. Boasting these are the lowest figures since 1979. 5,700 odd individuals have committed suicide, taken their lives. The Scandinavian countries, where you find the best, highest rate of living, of life, even the prisons become a 5-star hotel for you. But yet you find you walk into work one day and you find, where's your colleague? Well, he's just gone to God, on his way. Wants to travel to God slightly early. Why? You possess everything that you have. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, fair skin, a good job. It's all there, isn't it? So why have you made that journey to God? Did we compel you to make that journey to God? Did we force you? We're happy living in a mud house. We're happy picking up the food from the ground. We're happy eating it. We're happy using the water. We can't find water. We use the dust. We offer our prayers. That's our life. That's how simple it is. So it looks like you're searching for that tranquility. You're searching for that peace. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Indeed, the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do hearts find that tranquility and that peace. The average population of this country coming up to 60 million plus. In my last reading, 21 million people in this country are taking antidepressant tablets. 21 million people are artificially happy. The government has moved from spending 160 million to 280 million pounds to give peace and tranquility and create happiness. 21 million people. Something to think about. So why should we be so worried about that the Sharia, as they try to say, is barbaric? The Sharia gives no contentment. The Sharia doesn't give a way of life, doesn't create stability. These are all doubts which are being thrown into our mind, into our hearts, to make us develop that there is no love of the Sharia, there is no Sharia. The Sharia is a medieval practice. The amputating of hands, the executions. Well, the death penalty still exists inside America at the moment in certain states. Gruesome way to die. To be tied up to an electric chair and to be electrocuted or to be injected. What are the forms of punishment inside the Sharia? Do you really think it's as these tabloids, junk mail that people read? Chop off a man's hand, amputate a man's hand because he stole a bottle of milk? You really think that the Sharia is so shallow? Is that what you really think? You claim to be intellectual individuals, barristers of law, Queen's Counsel, High Court judges you claim to be. Then read the Islamic law. The Islamic law also has a defense counsel, has a prosecution team, has the right for you to appeal, to reject, to present your evidence. And then after a long procedure, finally the judge may decide. After a long procedure, may decide to amputate your hand. It's not quite simply you stole a bottle of milk, and they try to perceive, and that's it. They decide to chop off the man's hand, decide to stone a man to death. No. It's a very, very long procedure. You find the amount of futile killings that take place inside one of the states of the United States of America, in Chicago, just one state of the 52 blessed states that we find. The amount of futile killings that take place in 1 hour. That means the drug buyer, warlords going past, the drug barons going past, shoot anybody they shoot. The amount of people that get killed in 1 hour, in one state of America. And it's not going to South Africa, what takes place there in certain parts of South Africa, or Cuba, or Mexico, or Pakistan as well now. What takes place there is equivalent to the amount of official executions that take place in Saudi Arabia in 1 year. Challenge that. Official execution in Saudi Arabia in 1 year is equivalent to the amount of futile killings of innocent people dying on the streets in gang war or shootings that take place. And you're trying to question the Sharia. You're trying to say the Sharia as a barbaric element. You can even to this day, no matter what takes place, what people may say about Saudi Arabia, you can leave your Lamborghini. Leave it with your keys inside there. Go to McDonald's, eat something, come back, go to read your prayers, come back and sit in your ride and go home. Try that over here outside. Not even your tire prints will be left behind.